Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and I'm here to talk about Supernatural. 2 episodes. That is episode 1311, titled Breakdown, which premiered Thursday, January 25th, 2018 on the CW, as well as episode 1312, called Various and Sundry Villains, which premiered Thursday, February 1st, 2018. And I am recording February 7th. So it's been 2 weeks since the 2 episodes aired. Also, pointing out that January 24th was Dean Winchester's birthday. I'm still waiting for a birthday episode for either Sam or Dean. I just want to know how they celebrate the birthdays or how they did it in the past. But anyways, moving on, huge spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the 2 episodes already, please go do so first. Then come back and see what I have to say about the episodes. Otherwise, my other video reminders are up on screen, so take a moment to remind yourselves of those. I'm going to try to do the 2 episodes in 15 minutes. But let's start with what happened in the episode. In 1311, it's timeline-wise, it's saying it's been a few weeks since 1310, which makes sense. And a huge episode reminder being the fact that Donna Hanscom is back again, 2 episodes in a row, and she asks for Sam and Dean's help. So the huge episode breakdown, it's really only the one episode or one storyline for the episode, and that is searching for Wendy Hanscom, which is Donna's niece. So Donna calls in Sam and Dean when her niece goes missing. This turns out that she was taken by this serial abductor for the last 12 years, so it's kind of a race against the clock to go and find her. Now, the last scene of the episode is Sam telling Dean that anyone that gets close to them always dies. It's just a fact of theirs, which sadly is true. So I'll leave it at that. Tidbits for the episode is that Doug, Donna's boyfriend that we met back in season 11, he got turned into a vampire. Doug ends up ending things with Donna after finding out that she's a hunter and after he was cured from his vampirism. Also, Sam's heart was sold for $500,000 during this monster auction of his. And it looks like by the end of the episode, Sam has lost hope, or he has gotten to the point that he has lost hope in finding Jack or Mary, since Jack was their key in finding Mary, and since he doesn't have that, how are they going to do it? So, end tally, death tally, if you will, was FBI agent Terrence Clegg was killed by Dean. We have the abductor, or the episode credits him as the harvester. He was killed by Donna. And then we have Marlon the vampire, who I'm assuming was killed by Donna, but it was an off-screen kill after they got his blood so that they can make the cure for Doug. So there's that. For episode 1312, I don't know how long it is after 1311. I'm assuming it's a week, but I'll leave it at that. Huge episode reminder is the fact that we get the return of Rowena after her supposed death at the end of last season by Lucifer's hands. So there's that. We do figure out why she's been away for so long, though. But this episode breaks down 2 different storylines. First one being the hunting down of the Black Grimoire. And that was last seen in the episode where Dean was losing his memory. And then the second storyline was Castiel and Lucifer escaping their cells. So I'll leave it at that. But the first one deals with Jamie and Jenny Plum, these witch sisters who want to resurrect their dead mom. So they plan on stealing the Black Grimoire by putting a love spell on Dean so he can get it for them. In the end, though, it was Rowena who returns because she set the sisters on Sam and Dean. And then when the sisters ran, Rowena had to go to Sam and Dean to track the sisters down. So it's a lot of double crossing of Rowena's account. But in the end, we found her motives and stuff. But she does save the brothers from the sisters. So there's that. The second storyline, though, we see Lucifer figuring out that huge amounts of rage is what triggers his powers, or is a minimal amount of power that he has. We also see Lucifer taking a slash at Castiel once they're free. And then we see Castiel stabbing Lucifer. Don't know to what extent that stab does to him, but we'll see later on. Last scene of the episode shows Rowena having cast a spell from the Black Grimoire that breaks the chains that the Grand Coven had placed on her, and her eyes glow purple at the end of that. So out of all of this, though, tidbit-wise, we see Sam and Rowena confiding in each other about seeing Lucifer's true face and the fear that came with it. The reason why Rowena wanted to break the chains that the Grand Coven placed on her is not only because she wants access to all of her powers, because she wants to have that power so she can protect herself from Lucifer, because she truly believes that he will return. So there's that. This episode, she also finds out about Crowley and about how Sam and Dean had put Lucifer in the apocalypse world, yet she still believes he will return, rightfully so. Also, Sam did allow for Rowena to escape with the page she needed from the Black Grimoire, even though they kept the book themselves. Also, Sam and Dean still do not know that Castiel has been captured by Asmodeus, who was not seen in this episode. And then again, Asmodeus was apparently Lucifer's weakest creature. I'm guessing of the Prince of Hells that he created, not the weakest creature in general. But Lucifer did state that he did not give Asmodeus the gift of shapeshifting. So it makes you wonder how he got that power to begin with. Also, we see Dean taking an injury to his leg by getting a hit by a hammer to it. So there's that. And tally a lot of deaths in this episode. We see Dale was killed by Jamie at the gas station. Poor Dale. He was one of their love spell victims. We see the hardware employee, again, another love spell victim, being killed by Jenny as their soul sacrifice for the spell. We see zombie mom being officially killed by Rowena when she shoots her in the head, as advised by Dean. We also see Jenny and Jamie being killing each other because of a spell that Rowena placed on both of them. And then we see Castiel killing Dipper, the demon, who is on guard at their cells. So there is that. Now, moving on to most shocking moments of the episode, I have to say for 1311, I was surprised that the FBI agent guy, Clegg, he was the mastermind behind the monster auction. And he was human. So it that was very surprising. I wasn't expecting it in anything. I thought it would be a monster that was behind it, or I thought the guy doing the abducting, he was just behind it, and we would get him unmasked, but we didn't get that at all, so it was very surprising. For 1312, though, I have to say the shocking thing for me would have to be that Sam had let Rowena escape with the spell page that she needed. I was not expecting that at all. So there's that. Moving on to top 3 favorite moments. For episode 11, I have to say that Donna, she was a huge favorite of mine, just her returning, but then we also got to see this different side of her. She usually bringing the happy-go-lucky vibes and all that, positive spin and everything, which is great and all, but this time we got to see how a hunt could personally affect her. We get to see her in the interrogation room and being the sheriff that she is, and getting right down to business and trying to connect the dots and all that, and just seeing her in action, which we saw in 310 in the Wayward Sisters episode, but we got to see more of Donna doing it on her own, and the brothers getting to see that. So it was really great to see that. Another major thing, though, is pretty much Dean dropping everything to help Donna out. And so that happens at the very beginning when she first calls and tells them with very few words that she needs their help, and it's with her niece. And Dean's like, don't worry, text us and we'll be there as soon as we can. As well as during the scene where they're at the motel and Dean's trying to work the ham radio, and he's trying to defend to Sam that Donna needs them. They need to be there to help her and stuff. So it was just great to see that Dean is in Donna's corner, which I love. And then another favorite of mine was that at the very end of the episode, it's a depressing scene, but it's when Sam tells Dean that while he's not depressed, he's just realizing some very depressing facts about their life. And it was a favorite of mine because we got that acknowledgement of the fact that they know and they are aware that anyone they bring into their lives, anyone they care for, is in trouble, and they usually die, and they usually have a target on their back. So it's like he's kind of slowly relearning that fact. It was just pretty sad, but I like the fact that Sam didn't just brush it off or keep silent with Dean. So that was a favorite of mine. Now for 1312, huge favorite was Rowena's return, specifically with Rowena saving Sam and Dean, and then as well with Rowena confiding in Sam as to why she wanted the Black Grimoire, the fact that she was terrified of Lucifer, and why behind that. And then Sam actually having a serious conversation with Rowena and not brushing it off or thinking that maybe she's tricking him or lying him, because that was something that they could talk about and have in common with, because Sam even confessed that he never brought it up to Dean that he saw Lucifer's true face, while Rowena has, and this is someone who can relate to him on how that level of being afraid. So it's just great to have that heart-to-heart between the two of them and just kind of dive into Rowena's headspace as to why she wants that power, why she wants a full access to it, and you can't blame her for wanting to protect herself. So that was a great thing I liked. Another had to deal with Castiel and Lucifer. One favorite being Castiel just annoying the hell out of Lucifer with his sass. And then also another favorite was seeing the two of them team up together against the demons as they broke free. That was fantastic to see. Even though they have a reason to hate each other and Castiel not to trust Lucifer after what happened in season 11 and with Apocalypse in season 5, it was just great to see that in the end they did team up so they can get the hell out of there. So that was a favorite of mine. Moving on though to top 3 peeved moments. For episode 11, I have to say a peeve of mine was that Marlon, that vampire, that creepy dude, wasn't tested out as a monster, especially when he gave Sam, Dean, and Donna the knowledge about the auction site. I mean, only monsters have access to it. So wouldn't they have questioned on why a human would know about the website? And just watching his disgusting joy as he watched the auction continue and then the live kills. It's just like it was very frustrating and very disappointing to see them not test Marlon out, because when they found out that he was a vampire, it was a surprise to them. So they should have took better precautions, or should have questioned it more as to why. Well, how did you get the website? And just not take his face value, say like, oh, they came to me and stuff like that. So there's that. Another peeve was the fact that Doug left Donna. It was so heartbreaking to see Donna tell him, like, this is my purpose, this is my calling, I'm a hunter and I need to be this. And then Doug telling him, I can't be a hunter, I love you and everything, but I can't be a part of it. And then him walking out. It's just, that was so heartbreaking to see Donna be left behind like that. It's just like, you after everything Donna's been through, that you want to see her at least have that happy ending in that aspect. But with Doug gone, that means we're not going to see him in any way, shape, or form on Waywards from the looks of it. So there's that. But episode 12, the peeves I had for that one was that, well, the main one was the fact that a love spell was used on Dean. It's like, no, after all the different spells that they've gotten a hold of. I did like the fact that Sam brought up the love spell that he was placed under in season 7 by Becky, but it's just love spells always, I have an issue with those. So just seeing it again was just, I wasn't for it at all. Another peeve I have was just mainly because I'm still on the fence on whether or not I could trust Rowena. Now she has all her powers back. I'm assuming she has all her powers back. Eyes are glowing purple. Now, can I trust her to save Sam and Dean, or will she turn her back on them again and kind of go out and kind of like do a look out for herself type of thing. It's like, I can't trust her, and she hasn't proven to me enough that we can always count on her, essentially. So there's that. What moment will I remember most about these 2 episodes? Episode 11, Donna. Episode 12, Rowena. That's it. Plain and simple. Now, random questions. From episode 11, I had 2 questions. First one being, who is the abductor cutting up the missing people? I mean, is he just a no-name? Were we never meant to get a name from him, or an unmasking or something? Or he's just like a henchman and that's it? I thought that was a little disappointing there. But second question was it possible for the Winchesters to backtrace the hack of the auction site and then get the IP address from all the monster bidders that were a part of the auction? Wondering if that's even possible. If so, was it even considered? Because this auction thing kind of raised the question that there are monsters out there who can adjust and who can hide in plain sight that hunters don't even know about, because the monsters they find are the ones that can't adjust, the ones that can't hide, the ones that are just plain reckless. So there's a whole bunch of monsters out there that we are unaware of. So if they were able to find traces of those participating in the auction, I'd say that would be a huge help for them to find all the monsters and kind of get rid of them, because this auction was just like kind of like them having a takeout dinner and stuff, like getting their food to go and stuff. It's like, no. So that's a question there. A question from episode 12, first one being the dimming of Lucifer's glowing red eyes at the very end when Castiel stabs him. Does that mean anything? Does that mean he's now at lower power than he was before? What does it mean? Because Lucifer's definitely not dead from that stab wound. And the last question was, now that Rowena has her full powers, allegedly, I'm saying, I'm assuming that's what happened when she got the purple eyes. There's a timer. What does that mean for her and for Sam and Dean as well? Will she wreak havoc? Will she stay under the radar? What is she going to do? So there's that. Now moving on to predictions very quickly. Based off the promo for 1313, it looks like Castiel calls out to Lucifer, who is nowhere in sight. But it looks like Lucifer searches out a woman who is being played by Danielle Ackles. We also see Castiel returning to the bunker with news about the Apocalypse world having the Angel Tablet. Now, based off the synopsis for the episode, it reads that Sam, Dean, and Castiel search for Lucifer, who meanwhile strikes an unlikely deal with a local faith healer named Sister Joe. And it looks like Asmodeus inches closer to finding Jack, which is a scary thought. And also because it's February 7th, they did release a sneak peek for the episode, and it shows Castiel returning to Sam and Dean in the bunker and telling them that not only has Lucifer returned to their world, but the Michael from the Apocalypse world is planning to invade their world with Kevin Tran's help and the Angel Tablet. So there is that. First thing I gotta say is that I'm interested to see what Danielle, I said it wrong previously, but what Danielle's character, the faith healer, is going to be like. I kind of wish they didn't call her Sister Joe. Couldn't they pick a different name aside from Joe, since we have Joe Harvell that we're used to the name with, and now I got to worry about mixing the two up. So could have picked a better name, but I'm interested to see what she's capable of doing, especially if Lucifer is searching her out. And I'm also a little worried about Asmodeus getting closer to Jack. What resources could he have that the brothers didn't? So I want to see Jack and Mary again, but I don't want to if it means Asmodeus gets closer to them. So there's that. Yes, that's it. I think this episode 1313 is going to be the last one before the 2-week hiatus. I think. But we'll have to wait and see about that. But what did you guys think of the 2 episodes? What did you guys like about it? What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your own thoughts, theories, and opinions about what you think is going to happen next. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check my other videos if you haven't done so already. If you want, check out my Tumblr page. The link for that is down below. I read blog promos, web clips, quotes, gifs, synopses, news, all that good stuff. All found in one place. Go check that out. It's connected to my WordPress account. Again, everything I upload online is connected to WordPress. It's a little more organized, but it's still a work in progress, so go check that out. Link for that is down below. Also, if you want a detailed recap of the 2 episodes, they'll be posted on my Livejournal account. The links for them will be down below once they're available. But it's a play-by-play of what happened in the episode as I watched it for the first time. It helps me keep things organized, but I also include some in-moment thoughts in there. Since I don't actually record me watching the episode for the first time, I'm writing these recaps out instead. I've been doing them since season 6, so I hope they help you out, but they definitely help me. So go check that out. But that's about it, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your patience. I hope you come back in a few days to see what I have to say about the next episode. But until then, this is Mel. Wish you all a great day, great week, wherever you are. Bye for now.